Well, what's up my gamers, my name is Mega95 and welcome back to another video. So first off, before anything, I want to say thank you guys for all the support on the Pyre Down Smash video. Like, I was not expecting, all that viewership. Like, I was playing Smash and then I just saw the Down Smash, I was like, what the fuck's that, right? It's kind of funny, let me make a meme out of it. So, I don't know, I just posted in 18k views, which isn't that big, but for my channel, it's certainly big. I got like 20 something subscribers from that, so definitely thanks for that support. I was really not expecting it at all. So I guess as a side, another clarification, like I don't know if that will really be my channel. I feel like my past videos, like I've only posted one other meme which got more views than expected, so making memes seems to be really fairly lucrative, right, in terms of getting views, but like that's not really what I'm trying to do. If you see my fucking 40-minute long like Pokemon videos, right? Not that I'm a Poke-tuber, but like I don't know, that's I want to try and stick to, or at least make sure that I make more of that long form, episodic content. I still have to record Final Fantasy, Minecraft, more Pokemon stuff, but just I don't know, fam. But anyways, I may make more memes, but it's not really scheduled. It's not really what I'm trying to do. Just if I do it, I do it. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. But for real, thank you for that viewership, bro. Like, that's crazy. I think that's probably the most eyes I've ever been on my work. Anything I post on the internet, that's probably the most eyes I've been on it. So that's crazy, and thank you. But anyways, for topic of the video. So this is really just unscripted as hell. I just was talking to myself and it's like, let me talk to a microphone instead. But I think there's a understated thing in Pokemon in the games, right? And I really kind of, I don't know, I've had this idea for a bit. Just a couple years ago, I remember reading some Reddit post about Gen 7, and like, sadly, like I would never be able to find the link again to where a commenter post it was. But like, it was talking about, the theme of Gen 7, right? There's a story to Pokemon games, and then there's this theme to Pokemon games, right? And like what they said about Gen 7, that post, it said that what's it called? Like the theme of Gen 7 is really family, right? I think that's really true. Just thinking about it, you can easily say that, yeah, that person was right. Like, it's first off, the region's based off Hawaii, which is like the whole like saying Alola. It's like all the traditions are really based around, the culture is based around, everyone in the on the island when you work together, and like I guess being a family, right? Even if people aren't actually your biological family. So that's something that I was like, yeah, that's really the first thing. When you look at the cast of characters, right? Like Lusamine and her family, Guzma and Team School, and how they are a family. Like that's really like a huge part of Gen 7. That's like a side plot, I guess. Something that kind of develops as you play through the game. There's the main story, Ultra Beasts, or that's post game, but like, Lusamine doing whatever she's doing. Like, there's the main story, right? But then there's the characters that kind of grow with you along the way. It's like Lily, Gladian, all of them, like they're really good characters. And for something like Pokemon, where it's like, even the fans will admit that the stories aren't really that great. Gen 5 maybe the exception, but stories aren't really that great. And it's like, like each generation like really has something that kind of polarizes the discussion, right? It's like Gen 1, it's like it's old, it's full of bugs. Gen 2, it's really hard to play through the beginning of the game because of the level curve and everything. Gen 3, like too much water. I don't know. Gen 4, it's like there's different things that people talk about for each generation, right? For Gen 7, the most predominant thing is like, oh, like the tutorial is too long, which is absolutely true, without a doubt, right? I understand like that's a big thing people talk about, but like I think with Pokemon, maybe it's because there's too many games, or it's a weird phenomenon, but like there's always like one predominant thing that really like controls the discussion about a generation, right? It's like I think most people, even the detractors, people who focus mostly on the tutorial thing, will realize that yeah, Gen 7 has a good cast of characters, but it is weird. Anyways, back on topic, right? When I read that post, it really just stuck in the back of my mind for a while. It's like, well, that really may be something that Game Freak is trying to do, right? So it's not really like a confirmed theory, because I think Gen 7 and Gen 8 do it. I guess we can talk about Gen 8 now before I continue. So Gen 8, I think there's also another theme with the characters, right? Alongside, you know, the basic as, boring as, contrived as main story. Like, bro, Rose, like literally wait a day and you can fucking do whatever plan you want to. Like, come on. A bit like past that, there's a what was it? Yeah, like the cast of characters. I think the theme with those is just like living up to expectations, right? You have Sonia, which is honestly a pretty like, it's a character that, you know, almost felt like a nod to like the teenagers and adults that play Pokemon. It's like she's, you know, in her probably 20s, like she doesn't know what to do, she doesn't have a job. Like all her friends, like Nessa, Leon, they're champions and gym leaders and models and whatever, and she's kind of just chilling in her house doing nothing, I guess. It's like now she has to like be a professor, you know, just to do something with her life, right? Marnie is kind of she wants to like stand up and be like, she doesn't want, maybe I'm misreading, you know, Marnie's characterization. It's like you have her brother and everything being all overbearing, sending Team Yell to follow her everywhere. It's like she wants to prove using her own power that, you know, she is strong, right? Hop, I mean, he looks up to his brother like a lot. That's his whole like character. He wants to prove that, you know, he can also be a champion and follow in his brother's footsteps. And then for Bede, his whole thing is like proving to Chairman Rose that he's worthy of, you know, being adopted. I don't know, like proving that adoption was a good choice. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Even like Olena is kind of the same thing. Like Chairman Rose also took her right now. She wants to like prove her worth, prove like her loyalty to him, right? Both Bede and Oleana, whatever. Both of them have that kind of character, right? So I think it's another like a big theme, but like again, the plot, most people would probably not like it, right? To me, I think it's the most, it's, who cares about the plot with Gen 8, right? But the characters, right? I think, I don't know, that's really what I'm trying to say. I think among Pokemon games, like they always have, you know, for the most part, bad plots. The characters is really like how you see, like that's really what's good about the games in terms of like a story or plot, like character development, right? Like Gen 7 and Gen 8 aren't the first ones to do it. For example, you have Gen 2, like Silver, like that's a really good example. You can, I think it's one of the best ways they showed it, right? For example, he has what's called a fucking big ass mouth bat. This is the Gen 1 sprite for like, goddamn, like Golbat, right? And then he evolves with friendship. So initially he has a Golbat the entire time, and then when you fight him after he's had his character arc, you know, it's a Crobat. So like the friendship went up and everything. Like me, I was playing through Gen 2, like literally talking to like near the end of the game in Kanto for mine to evolve. So I guess they didn't like me, but I had that Zubat since the beginning, and like damn, it's kind of sad. Like they really mistreated that badly. Anyways, but yeah, that's like a really good way to show that he's grown as a character, right? You can see it, I think, starting from the main climax when you meet him in the radio tower. Then he's like that's when you can kind of see him changing as a person, right? In Gen 3, Wally, right? That's the big one, right? Your rival, you know, goes from being shy to not being shy. Even if you choose to play as the girl character, you play as May, I guess, and Brendan is your is the professor's son. Like even I think the big thing with his character is that he doesn't really think girls can be Pokemon trainers. I'm pretty sure, you know, has a tiny bit of misogyny is sprinkled in right there. But then as you keep beating his ass in battles, then he kind of like, okay, I fuck with you, I understand. But if you play as Brendan and May as your rival, then it's not really there. So I think it does have count, right? But in Gen 4, man, like I don't really see any character that really changed throughout the story. Gen 5, then you hit and your rivals are the biggest thing. I think Gen 5 is like really probably the first time it really happened. I feel like it's mostly a trend because in Gen 6 it kind of broke the trend, so I don't know. But on Gen 5, you know, and changed. Bianca, I guess, got confidence and got to show, prove herself to her dad. Sharon, I guess, kind of realized what it meant to be a Pokemon trainer, not just going for the win. I think that's his character. But yeah, mostly on Gen 6, just the cast is annoying. That's one of the big things about Gen 6, that's easy, and that the cast is annoying and does nothing, right? And then Gen 7, Gen 8 I already explained. So aside from, because I think with Gen 2, Gen 3, like all those ones, like they have one character that had that growth, maybe one or 1.5, right? So that kind of makes it seem like they're just doing the typical rival growing type thing, but Gen 5 and then Gen 7 and Gen 8, I think they really like took a good step, right? I feel like it's not like you can't have good plot and good characters, but I think that's just I don't even know why I'm saying this, but it's like I think it's a trend that they're trying to do, like just something that I just noticed in Pokemon, right? I think my theory is that maybe that they have a weak story because kids probably don't care about the story, but the character growth is not that kids can't process anything. Like they can definitely tell that character can grow, but like maybe it's more not for the older fans, especially like again look at Sonia and her growth, like in Gen 7, like the toxic family things, like that's a fairly mature topic, so maybe that's like their way of like the story's simple to reel kids in and to have them buy the game, whatever, have the parents buy the game for them. It's simple baby game, but then older fans who are stuck with the franchise and have, I guess, matured, they can realize that, oh yeah, the whole loose mean controlling mother type thing like that is pretty crazy. So so yeah, I think the theory will really be confirmed once Pokemon Legends comes out, and we see the characters in that game, Gen 9, if it has a good cast of characters, and like if the story is good and the characters are good, then of course I'm all for it. I'm not saying that yeah, they should keep doing this bad story, good characters type thing, but I think that is my theory about how Game Freak is trying to style things. Like, but they can definitely write a good story. Like, everyone loves Gen 5, so they're on record for making good stories. It's just, I don't know, like the game's like flopped kind of sales-wise compared to other games. Gen 5 is one of the lower selling Pokemon games, right? So maybe they kind of felt that a weaker story or just a more simple story is or more one track, basic as plot is the best way to do things, and then maybe have the good cast. So to stop myself from repeating myself, I should probably end it. Is there anything else I want to say? Because this is really off the dome. I made it up as I went along, honestly, for the most part. But I've had this idea in my head for a while, but I figured it was good to post a video. It's been a minute since I posted one, so might as well record something. Right, I have some scripts made, I just need to record them. I could do Final Fantasy, but anyways, I'm gonna go to work soon after this, so better end it now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Just tell me what you think about. I can't talk at all. It's holy shit. Tell me how you feel about this idea. This whole theory I have about Game Freak's like story design. What am I gonna title this video? I'll think about it, but like a theory on Game Freak's story design or story writing or whatever name it, like you'll see in the future. So yeah, let me just end it now so it's less awkward. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.